everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell from the title up above, actually before that even starts, if you guys see my fingers this color, as you can tell I changed my hair up. That's why my hands are like this, guys. I'm sorry about that. I am talking about my birth control. And I don't know, some of you guys out there might have it or might be thinking about getting it, or however I might be able to help you. This is my story. I mean, it might not happen to you guys, but it happened to me, and I decided to make this video just to let you guys know that that it can happen. It's possible, and especially if you're taking this birth control, obviously you're trying to prevent pregnancy, so it kind of, what happened to me kind of makes it like not effective. Okay, so let's talk about my body. Guys, I have 5 kids. I'm able to get pregnant like that. And obviously this birth control did not work for me because it got me pregnant. I didn't realize it for a while. I think, honestly, if I'm being really honest, there was 2 times that I got pregnant off of this. The first time I really didn't notice much about it because this birth control makes you go crazy. Like, it gives you on and off periods. It's different for everybody, guys. Really different. But for me, I would spot here and there. Sometimes I'll get my period 2 times in a month. In the beginning, I was nursing in the beginning as well, so I'm thinking that that might have helped me not get pregnant, because like I said, I was nursing Melody. I barely stopped nursing her when she turned like a year old, and I've been having this on me since she was like a month old, I believe, when I got my birth control, or when you get the okay to start getting this birth control. So I've been having it for that long. I'm getting all over the place. I didn't write anything down. I was gaining weight, but I blamed it on the birth control because I have the Nexplanon, guys. Well, you guys won't be able to see it, or I don't think you would, but it's right here. I could feel it. You could feel it. You're supposed to feel it to see if it's in place at least once in a while, to see if it's there, because it can move on you. On my vlog that I talked about this a little bit, somebody actually said that it broke on them, and I'm like, what the heck? Okay, I was gaining weight. Like I was saying, I was gaining weight, and not only that, I was getting like a round stomach, like when you're pregnant. And my mom would tell me, are you pregnant? Like, she would ask me too sometimes. She's like, are you gaining weight a lot? I'm like, well, I stopped breastfeeding. I blamed it on that too, because breastfeeding does help you lose weight a ton. It's awesome, guys. I really enjoy breastfeeding because it did make me lose weight like that, and I could eat whatever I want. It didn't matter. Since I had stopped breastfeeding her, I said, well, maybe it's because I stopped breastfeeding. I don't have the breastfeeding to make me lose weight. So I blamed it on that. I kept finding excuses. Like when I was gaining weight, I'm like, well, it's because of that. It has to be because of that. I don't eat a lot of fast food. I do a lot of home cooked meals. We rarely eat out. But I don't even eat that much at the same time. Finally one day, like, and I was getting my period still, you guys. Keep that in mind. I was still getting my period. So I didn't have no sign of anything except the gaining weight. And here and there I would feel nauseous, but I'm like, like I wouldn't really see anything of it. If I felt nauseous, it would just be like whatever. But one day in particular, I was doing my makeup in the restroom, I believe, and then I'm like, I told Tony, my stomach looks round. Every time I would finish eating, all of a sudden my stomach would feel hard. And if you guys been pregnant before, I've been pregnant 5 times, you know how you get that stomach that, like, when you eat, it just gets hard and you kind of feel like it's just big, you know? Like, it just felt weird. That day I'm like, I don't know, like, because I know you're tripping, you're not pregnant, you're on birth control. I'm like, okay, whatever. But like another time, I believe that I told him again, I'm like, Tony, look it, really look at my stomach, you know, because I really wanted him to see that it looked round. He's like, don't lie, for real, doesn't it look pregnant? And then he's all like, yeah, it kind of does. And he hadn't been feeling good that day either. He's like, what the heck, I don't feel good. And you know how they say that the guys get the symptoms sometimes when you're pregnant, like they'll get the sympathy symptoms, I believe they're called, or something like that. And he's like, you know what, I have been feeling weird, because he felt like he wanted to throw up and everything. And he's like, that's weird. And he's like, you know what, let's just go get a pregnancy test. And that's what we did. We drove to Walgreens. Well, we drove to Walgreens, but the pregnancy tests were too much. I was like, $13 or something, or $15 or something. I'm like, no. I always get the dollar store pregnancy test, and Walmart carries dollar ones now. So we ended up driving to Walmart instead, and I got 2 pregnancy tests. And right when we got home after that, I took the first one. I took it, I didn't see nothing. Like, so I'm like, okay, I don't see nothing. Okay, I'm not pregnant. We're just tripping, right? The next day, since I did buy 2, I'm like, okay, the next day in the morning, I'm gonna take the other one, because morning urine is the most potent urine. So I was like, the morning one, after the morning one, if it doesn't show up, I'll start tripping about it, because then I'm just getting fat, you know? So morning time comes, I get up, take the test, and I leave it there. I looked at it right away. It didn't come up right away. I left it there, went to go make breakfast for the kids, everything, and I came back. I even forgot about it. In my head, like, I kind of felt it, but then I was like kind of making my head think, no, Vanessa, you're tripping, you're on birth control, it's not gonna happen. So I come back, look at the test, and see 2 lines there, and I'm like, what the heck? And I couldn't believe it. I was like, nuh-uh, like, are you serious? And I even told Tony, I was like, Tony, look, there's 2 lines. It was like, it's a visible line, but it was still kind of faint, but I could see it. And I'm like, there's a line. And he's like, no, it's not. I don't see nothing. He needs glasses. He really needs to get his glasses. He's like, there's not a line. I'm like, yes, it is, Tony. It's right there. And I was just curious and looked at the pregnancy test from yesterday as well. And I honestly, like, I didn't see it right in the night, but you could see a really faint line on that one. The one in the morning, I could see way more than the one last night. The last night is even barely there. So I was like, oh, hell no, like, I'm pregnant. I started tripping out because we don't want no more kids, guys. Like, we're good right now. And I was just tripping out, stressing myself out, thinking like, what are we gonna do? Like, I didn't want no more kids. That's why I got this birth control. So the next day comes and I just started feeling so much pain on my stomach. So much pain. And I'm like, what the heck? It hurts so bad. I get cramps, but not that bad. I started getting those cramps. I already knew that I was about to have a miscarriage. I don't know how far along I was, guys. I didn't go to the doctor. I was too scared to go to the doctor. I didn't want to know how far along I was. Honestly, if I'm being truthful, I believe I was like 3 to 4 months. I want to say somewhere around there, because for my stomach to start showing like the roundness and to get hard when I eat and stuff, I had to be quite far along. Not like a month or so. I was bleeding so bad. TMI, guys, but if you guys want to know, that's how it was. Like, I was bleeding so bad, filling up pads, like, clots were coming out, like big clots. And I feel bad at the same time knowing that I was pregnant and I did not know it, and maybe I could have stopped it if I would have read the signs before. That I just found excuses for everything. Like, I really didn't think I was pregnant. And I'm all over the place, guys. Hopefully this even makes sense, because I'm going from here to there to here to there. It took me, I don't know how long it took for the bleeding to stop, but it was pretty heavy. So I'm not pregnant no more. Right after that happened, I could automatically feel the difference in my stomach. And that's when I knew. I was like, oh my goodness, Vanessa, you were pregnant. Like, you were really pregnant. Because I could feel the difference. I could feel like the difference in your stomach. And you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys have gone through this, or if you guys know been pregnant and not pregnant, you guys know the difference. And I felt that difference. And I don't know what to think about it yet. It gets me bummed out knowing that it let me get pregnant, because knowing that I probably could have prevented it, but at the same time we were not ready for another baby. Like, things just happened the way they happened. I just want to share my story so you guys can know maybe it happens to you. And I have read other stories, because right after this I went online, read stories, and it has happened to other women. Their pregnancy tests actually don't even come out that they're pregnant until they take the blood test. And mine came out already, so that's why I think I was pretty far along. And the weird thing is that I was still getting my period. That's what made me think the most that I wasn't pregnant. I would have never thought I was pregnant. And for me not taking that pregnancy test, I probably would have never knew, kind of, because that was painful. The miscarriage, like, oh, the cramps, everything was so bad. I haven't gone to the doctor still. I know I'm crazy. I did go to the doctor though, not for my miscarriage, but I had hurt my back in one of my vlogs. I went to the hospital. And I told them this, what happened to me, because maybe I thought something that might have happened to my back went with this. So I told them about that I got pregnant, and they were surprised, they were shocked. And then she took a pregnancy test. She said I wasn't pregnant no more, but she didn't do any ultrasounds or anything. So I was like, well, she took a pregnancy test, I'm not pregnant no more, obviously, if she took it. So they didn't worry about it much, you know, because what I went for was for my back. And I did make an appointment to take this out, and I was supposed to go June 1st. I couldn't make it June 1st, and I was supposed to go in, I'm not even sure, the 16th or the 19th. I wrote it down somewhere, but mom life, guys. I have 5 kids. It's hard to keep track of stuff sometimes. Like, I had the paper, I don't know where it went, and they usually call me to remind me about my appointment. I don't know if they remind you guys. They call you the day before or 2 days before to confirm your appointment, and they did the time before when I canceled, and this time they haven't. So I'm like, oh, maybe it hasn't passed, and now I don't even know if it has passed. I'm actually gonna call to schedule another one or to see if it passed, because they never called me to confirm it. I'll keep you guys updated on that. I am planning to ask her questions about it, because I don't want to have this birth control on anymore, knowing that it could possibly miscarry. I'm not about that. That's like practically knowing that you are gonna get pregnant and just abort it, I guess I would say. I don't want that. And like I said, I was saying that there was 2 times that this happened to me. The last time this happened to me, I didn't take no test, I didn't take nothing, but I was having major cramps before. I don't know how long or far apart these 2 times were either, because I wasn't sure. Last time it happened, I just bled a lot, but it wasn't as bad as this time. I want to say that I wasn't too far along. Maybe I was just even like a month, you know, but this time I knew I was farther along. That's my story. I just wanted to let you guys know, because if you guys have it, I mean, it could happen. Your guys' body is not my body. Like I said, everybody's body is definitely different. But for my body, it let me get pregnant. So hopefully it helps you guys out. If you guys have similar stories, don't forget to put them down below so that people can know, or share your stories down below. I help everybody out. Just because I don't know about this birth control no more. I did read this story, and I'll try to look for it and put the link down below. I don't know if it's true, but it did say on there that it can get you pregnant, and if it does get you pregnant, it like makes you have a miscarriage. I don't know if you guys get me, but that's what I read off of it. Like I said, I'll put it down below. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, like, I don't know still what to think about my pregnancy. I'm kind of like, sometimes if I'm honest, I think about it and I feel so bad, because I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I just wonder, like, oh, would it be a boy, or what is it gonna be, a girl? Like, even though I wasn't ready to have another baby, that doesn't mean that we wouldn't take it with open arms. It's like, if it happened, it happened, and I would never not have it, you know what I mean? Sometimes like I do get like sad about it, just thinking that I was and what could have been. And like I said, we're not planning to have any others, but sometimes I do get baby fever. Like, come on, I had 5 kids. As much as I could say I'm done, sometimes I see babies and I'm like, oh my goodness, they're so cute. Okay, Vanessa, you're barely getting your energy back. You're barely, like, my youngest is already like gonna be 2 in November, so I'm like, I'm practically like, I don't have no babies trying to follow me all around, like, and stuff like that. Like, I don't have to be stuck on them 24/7, so I'm able to do a lot more now. I'm able to do my makeup, I'm able to do more videos, I'm able to edit more, which I'm happy about. But if it were to happen, I wouldn't be mad about it. I'm just sad that it got to that point where it got me pregnant and I didn't know, and I just don't like that. That's why I'm taking it off, because if it's gonna get me pregnant again and then keep miscarrying me, like, why would I have that? It's just gonna make my body go crazy. So that's pretty much my story, guys. Like I said, put your guys' stories down below. Everybody's different. Your body's not my body, so you guys just have to keep in the lookout for your own body. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up with my green finger, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far.